Warner and Gibson. Warner in the blue, Gibson in the black.
Gibson's looking pretty quick right off the bat.
And you can just tell he is ready to explode. And that's certainly the stance of a striker as he gets his front leg almost kicked out underneath him and going for a takedown on Warner.
Right, two southpaws out there. That's why it looks so weird. You hardly ever see two southpaws going at it.
And now a beautiful throw from Warner as he ends up on top in the guard of Gibson.
See if Gibson made that mistake of trying to exchange and take him down. See what he can do on the bottom. Most important is just trying to get back to your feet. He's doing a good job controlling the head, pulling underhooks, pulling them down in there. But with these short rounds at the amateur level, I mean, they're 3-minute rounds. So, you know, every little bit counts.
I was a little confused by that approach, Frankie, when Gibson tried to grapple with Warner. Wasn't sure if he was more of trying to prove a point that I can grapple with you, I can wrestle with you if need be. And now he gets to his feet, but I should be in the back of his head that maybe that's not such a good idea.
And some fighters like to, right? A lot of fighters have training partners that are all wrestlers. You know, so they get a little confidence in them, like, oh, hey, I took down so-and-so at the gym. I'm going to try to take this dude down. And he goes for another single leg. I mean, those are wrestling takedowns, too. It's not like, you know, we call it like MMA takedowns where they're kind of, I wouldn't say ugly, but, you know, those are pretty little single leg takedowns he's trying right now.
Yeah, he's going for it as both men just missed with an exchange, but a spinning back kick from Gibson showing you his Taekwondo style background.
And this could be what he's trying to set up. You know, like, hey, I'm going to make him think I'm wrestling, and now I'm going to throw kicks. You know, go back to the wrestling, throw kicks. Sometimes it's good to mix it up.
Gets his front leg kicked. And that's worked for Warner a few times as now Gibson changes his stance. And if there's another left connected for Gibson as Warner cuts off the cage.
Gibson does a good job of going in and out. Ooh, nice calf kick there landed by Warner, though.
Yeah, that was the third calf kick that we've seen Warner land. If you want to take away the legs of a Taekwondo artist, that's one way to do it. And now Warner
cradles him up.
Now gets on top for some ground and pound. Gibson staying still. Throws a handstand kick as he was trying to get to his feet. So Warner's got to be thinking he's got to watch out for everything here because you never know what angle Gibson's going to come from. But good first round for both men.
Yeah, Gibson has some dynamic movements, you know, where he's quick. You're like, oh, dang, that dude came out swinging pretty fast. You know, as far as his kicks, he has a question mark kick that, you know, could catch him later on in rounds. But I like his approach of going for the takedown or making it seem like he's going for that takedown, and later on he's going to try to strike off.
Yeah, he almost caught Warner a few times, especially with that spinning back kick as he was coming forward. And you mentioned maybe it is a tactic of, I'm not really wrestling, I just want to show him and make him think I'm going to, and then that will open up so many other options for him in the stand-up game.
What I don't like what Gibson's doing, though, is once he goes in and attacks, when he backs out, his hands are down, his head's up. You know, so he's open for those counter strikes.
Round number 2 here. Rob Hines gets a set. It's been a back and forth battle. That first round, pretty much a toss-up in my eyes. And we begin the action again. Warner has had success kicking that front leg of Gibson.
Yeah, it was close. You know, I'd probably give it to Warner just for the takedowns and the leg kick. The leg kicks, and dropped him with the leg kick last round, too.
And there's a left hook just missed as Gibson was able to dodge. And there's that spinning back kick again.
But he does have that Taekwondo kind of stance.
And there's an uppercut landed for Warner as now Gibson gets his feet kicked as he's trying to scramble away. So both men were staying in the pocket. Neither were able to land a clean shot, but those kicks continue to add up. And with a fighter like Gibson who uses his legs a lot, especially in his movement, that can certainly take that away. Now Warner with the huge slam.
Nice body lock right there to side mount. You know, he was just patient. He's been real patient, not really pushing the pace, trying to take Gibson down. He's just waiting for him.
Now Warner in side control. Let's see what damage he can do here. Now trying to control the head of Gibson.
And this is a good position as far as offensively, because the guy on the bottom really has to pull everything out of the gas tank to get out of this. You know, he's far from out right now. He's side mounted. You know, he's got to at least get an underhook, get back to guard possibly. He's almost there now if he can scoop that leg underneath. Oh, went right into full mount though.
And there you see Warner going for the arm triangle. This is dangerous position if you're Gibson. And Warner lets it go, but now he finds himself in full mount and going to town on Gibson.
Yeah, Gibson's got a bump, bridge, bump the hips.
There you see right there. Used his strength to at least get back to half guard.
Yeah, but now you got to start working to get up. You got 30 seconds left. You spent the last minute and a half on your back. You know, dig that underhook. Now start getting up. Right here, he's just laying flat on the mat, so he's nowhere near getting back to his feet. You know, if Warner's like, oh, well, if he's just going to stay right here, then I'll just stay right here.
Yeah, Warner's had himself a more decisive second round here, as he has really controlled the majority of this round on the ground.
Yeah, I got Warner 2 rounds to none, you know, after that second round. He's good. He's just got solid control. He's patient, you know, on his feet. He's not trying to chase Gibson around. Gibson wants you to chase him around a little bit and make mistakes. You know, that's when you get caught and head kicked.
Yeah, and that was a really good observation by Warner to realize, look, if I just continue to kick that front leg, he's not going to like it, and it's also going to stop that movement a little bit more and then allow me to use my wrestling.
A lot of it's that Taekwondo stance, you know, so if you got a good coach and you're like, hey man, I've seen this guy fight, or even if you hear like, oh, he's got a Taekwondo stance. Same with boxers that are transitioning into MMA. Like, it's just a stance where your foot's almost turned inside, like, so that calf's exposed. You know, and that's the closest thing to a fighter, right? The easiest strike is leg kick, leg kick. You know, you can be the furthest away and still land a kick. So that could have been something before the fight. Be like, hey, we're going to attack this calf kick.
Final round here between Warner and Gibson. Both men, good sportsmanship there, giving each other a hug. Don't see that all the time. And as we begin our final round, again, Gibson, he certainly has the theatrics down. He gives you a lot of oohs and ahs, but just hasn't been able to connect on the majority of them.
Yeah, he's got to go for broke right here. He's got to empty the gas tank right now. Try to land something.
Uppercut just missed by Warner. Both men threw a spinning kick, back kick at the same time.
He needs to go to the body and then go up top. Right now, he's just head hunting.
There's another head kick as now Gibson tries to dip underneath with the takedown of his own, but Warner appears very comfortable. Does not have a problem getting back to his feet. Now goes with the knees to the body, and just a nice little trip from Warner, as it appears he is in a standoff with Gibson, as allows Gibson to get to his feet.
Yeah, Warner got taken down, got right back to his feet, immediately got into a clinch, landed a couple knees, and swept him.
There's a nice little left from Gibson over the top. And he was going for a spinning back fist, and then he turned it over to a front head kick. And now a good left hook over the top connects, but Warner's letting everyone know it did nothing.
Yeah, so Gibson likes that space. He likes staying out a little bit, stay in that kick range. As soon as these guys go inside, I mean, he took the shot right there. I think it was probably his fourth shot of the night.
And there you see Gibson win for a single leg, but just kind of collapsed and allowed Warner to get into his full guard.
Yeah, he didn't need that single leg at that point. You know, right now he needs to try to finish it on his feet. You know, the takedown. The coaches had to have been telling him at the end of that round, say, "Hey, dude, you're down 2 rounds. You know, you got to go out and try to finish this fight."
"20 seconds remain, and it appears that Warner has grasped full control of this fight. That first round was probably the most up in the air round, but the second and third appear to be all Warner. Now he's transitioning to trying to get side control as delivers a little bit of ground and pound in the final 10 seconds, and there you have it. Gibson, as you see the disappointment in his face. Good bout though, especially when you saw the the game plans going back and forth between both men.
Yeah, good back and forth action. You know, a lot of young fighters, like they don't invest in the body, like find those body shots. Like they just, you know, they want to attack the head, like all headshots, punches, kicks, anything else. Like, you know, you got to find that body and you got to find those leg kicks.
Now we are awaiting the decision between Warner and Gibson. Appears that Warner did enough to get the decision. He was able to make some adjustments after that first round and then really control the pace of this one. And now we'll go send it over to Raj Nation.
Presenting your winner by unanimous decision, 30-27, 30-27, 30-27, Bryce Warner!
So Bryce Warner, and he won that first round in all 3 of the judges' eyes, and not complaining about that. In control and looked fantastic. Had to deal with a unique opponent, but was able to withstand it to get another victory to improve to 3-2. As now both men exit the cage, and we are now set for our next bout.